Welcome to New York 47. The Milton Fitzpatrick Bank is open for business, but it seems there's some sort of investigation underway. Expect increased security. Your target, Director Athena Savalas, can be found in her top-floor office, overlooking the iconic Teller Hall. Head of Security, Mateo Perez, is roaming between the vault area and the Teller Hall, talking to employees. And Head of Accounts, Fabian Mann, can be found on the investment banker floor and the top floor of the bank, driving the internal investigation. Remember, we need to secure the data from the bank's reinforced vault, or, alternatively, acquire 3 hard drives carried by the director and her 2 lieutenants, Mann and Perez. Good luck, 47.
I'm sorry I keep bothering you, but I was just wondering if my briefcase has turned up yet. I'll check again.
Sorry, sir. It still hasn't turned up.
Well, that's unfortunate. Okay, I'll come by later. I can't remember the rest, but it is goddamn funny. Yeah, I know you love it. Like, I'll give you later.
Good day to you, sir.
I'd like a private meeting, please.
Oh, all right. Are you a client?
I'm looking to become a customer. I have a substantial private savings I'd like to deposit with your bank.
Wonderful. How substantial?
7 figures.
7. I see. Excellent. Yes, let's just find a nice private area then. Follow me, please. I didn't catch your name, Mr.
Reaper.
So, what do you do for a living, Mr. Reaper?
I'm in the retirement industry.
Ah, then we're in a very similar business. Have these past few years been as profitable for you as they have for us?
Very.
Excellent. Director Savalas has taken us to record profits. All it took was a creative approach to the elimination of, let's say, unwanted elements.
What?
Besides that, if you want enough money to buy whatever you want.
Come on.
Yeah, right. He's always been an arrogant dick. And he won't shut up about winning the lottery. Off you go.
That was close. You don't know what's coming, baby.
Whoa!
Okay, there we go. Looks about right.
it's Tim, Director Savalas' PA. Listen, I hate to disturb you, but the director wants one of you to come up and look at her mission. As soon as you can, please.
I know what you're thinking, 47. You won't fit. This is the vault, 47. The data core should be behind that large steel door. Great work, 47. You now have access to the vault. work, 47. That's the evidence secured for now. Careful not to lose it. If anyone sees you with that rack, my guess is you'll draw a lot of unwanted attention to yourself.
Oh, now, Mr.
I gave this place everything. Have we talked to everyone?
No, I think I saw him go into the bathroom. Been there for ages.
Sound promising.
Milton Fitzpatrick is holding a round of job interviews. The final applicant
We'll give him the benefit of the doubt. Let me know when he comes out.
Will do.
Thanks.
Hi, it's me. Yeah.
What are you doing? You've got to leave right now. Please. Don't you...
Oh, there you are. Feeling better, I hope. Should I let HR know you're ready for the final interview?
I feel like a new man. I'm ready.
Wonderful. Follow me, please. It's right down here.
Best of luck in your interview, 47. Let's see where this will lead you to.
Nervous? Don't worry. You'll do fine.
Mr. Garcia, please take a seat. Thank you. Come on, glad you had time to drop off. Now.
Mr. Thomas, have a seat, please.
Ah, Mr. Thomas. Good to meet you. I'm Kevin, and this is Melissa. We're both with HR, and we will be guiding you through this last test.
It's important to stress that there's no pass or fail here. It's merely a standard personality test meant to gauge how you'll fit into our corporate culture.
All right,
If you're ready, let's kick this off, okay?
I'm ready.
Okay, so this is a very simple test. All you do is pick a card and tell us what you see there. Now, it's important to point out that there are no right or wrong answers here. It's just to give us a better impression of who you are on a psychological level. Does that make sense?
Yes, I'm ready.
All right, Mr. Thomas. Let's proceed then. If you will, please pick the card that most conjures up the word opportunity.
Okay.
Oh, very good. This is an interesting one. what do you see here? Take in the whole image, please, and in as much detail as possible, tell me what this reminds you of.
Wealth.
Can you elaborate on that?
I see a big pile of money earned performing questionable actions.
And how do you feel about that? Bending the rules of the game.
It's what I do.
Very good, Mr. Thomas.
Very interesting observation, Mr. Thomas. Not what we expected, but that's perfectly fine. Let's take the next one, shall we? Pick any of the remaining cards that make you think of execution, please.
I'll pick this one.
Good choice. Tell me, what is the first thing you see here? Just the very first thing that comes to mind.
I see a figure in a large coat. Perspective skewed, as if I'm looking at him from the ground. He's got something in his hands.
Go on.
He's armed. Dual firearms. Large caliber pistols.
I see. What else do you see?
He's just finished a job. Perfectly executed.
And who is this man?
It's me.
Very, very interesting, Mr. Thomas.
Well, that's a very creative interpretation, Mr. Thomas. I think we've just got time for the last card. Please proceed. This last card should hopefully make you think of prosperity.
This one.
All right, now look at it closely. Take a few moments, then tell me, do you see an animal or an object?
Animal.
I see. What kind of animal?
A bird. An eagle, perhaps.
An eagle. Very interesting. A forceful animal. Anything else?
It's feeding on something.
Feeding? On what?
A carcass. The scene is reflected in a pool of blood flowing from the body. It's a vulture feeding on someone else's kill.
That's very graphic, Mr. Thomas.
Yes, brutal even.
Right.
Well, that was certainly unexpected. I think the results are pretty clear, Mr. Thomas. We don't have the perfect match for the investment banker position. However, you're just the man we need for our accounting department.
I have to agree with Kevin here. We need someone a little more cutthroat for the top tier here at the bank. Someone willing to go that extra mile, to really dive into character, as it were. But on a positive note, I do believe you will fit in perfectly with the more dry-witted accountants.
Great point, Melissa. There's no need to turn this little setback into a complete failure. Someone with your particular set of skills would be perfect for accounting.
When can I start?
That's the spirit. Tomorrow morning at 8. But you know what? Have a look around the bank. You've got clearance for the ground floor, first and second floors. Get to know the space a little. And then we'll see you tomorrow.
I can't wait. Thank you. When do I start?
Well, aren't you an eager beaver? Well, we expect you to come in tomorrow at 8.
Welcome on board, Mr. Thomas.
Poor guy. He did well for us. I mean, he closed the Berman account, which netted the bank a cool $10 million. And...
From what I heard, HL poked him several times, telling him the director did not appreciate that sweater look.
So that's why he's fired?
Yep.
Wow.
Director's office. I feel like giving that bit woman a piece of my mind. I gave this place everything.
Yeah, hey, sup?
Woman, I gave this place everything.
Yeah, I feel horrible.
Excuse me? Keep it in. You can make it. I'll check it out.
I'm here for a meeting with Director Savalas.
I don't think... Oh. Yes, of course. That's right, go inside.
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson, have a seat, please.
Thank you.
Mr. Jackson, as you must be aware, we've been running some numbers internally to measure the flexibility and productivity of people working here at the bank. Work hours, output versus input, sales portfolios, late nights and early mornings, things like that. I've been reviewing personnel files for the past few weeks, and a couple of files stood out. Yours, for instance.
Is that so?
I have quite specific expectations when it comes to my employees. How you appear and act reflects directly on me and this building. And, well, you've certainly managed to stand out, Mr. Jackson. Tell me, do you knit those sweaters yourself? Or does your wife do that?
A man needs a hobby, Miss Savalas.
Guard, leave the room. I need a moment alone, Mr. Jackson. So, Mr. Jackson, I'm pleased to inform you that you will be able to explore your hobbies in even greater detail in the near future. We're letting you go, Mr. Jackson. The bank appreciates your contributions over the years, but we feel it's probably best to part ways at this time. This may upset you, but let me assure you that eventually you will come to embrace this point in your life as an opportunity.
This is not my first termination, Miss
This is a
Savalas.
stressful situation, but if you would be so...
Sure. Yeah, money man. I mean you. Hey! Just leave it! Hands over your head.